Hello, beautiful souls. So I wanted to do something a little different today. We'll see if I even post this because it feels very vulnerable, but I felt like recording it was probably a good idea because if it turns out well, it'd be a cool thing to post. Welcome back to my channel, Soul Journey. My name is Beck, and for those of you who don't know or don't follow me, I am in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy. I've got about a month and a half left. And with that comes oftentimes physical discomfort. And I've definitely been feeling a lot of that, some for longer periods of time, some just showing up now. And something I noticed, and so this is why I'm doing this video, is that, and then also long-term, even like not in my pregnancy, most of my pain is on the right side of my body, which is the masculine expression, the left side being the feminine expression, outward, receiving. I've had issues with both my hips, but much more my right hip. I have some shoulder discomfort, and then with pregnancy there's been some muscle pain, backache, but like very specifically, if it's on both sides, it's more on the right side and or just on the right side. And so I wanted to tap into this aspect of my body, this side of my body, the masculine side of my body, because in my opinion, I believe that pain comes from energy blockages, belief systems, ways of thought, all of those things end up eventually presenting in the physical body as different things. So, you know, kind of having this realization that, oh, for a while, I've been being shown that I have these energy blockages in this masculine side of my body, which is really interesting because I feel like I'm a fairly balanced person energetically. I don't feel super crazy feminine. I don't feel super crazy masculine either. I've been told that many times that it feels like I have a fairly balanced energy. But in some ways I feel like I tend to lead with my masculine energy. I tend to be very outward, forward moving, go get 'em kind of energy. And so this realization that there might be energy blocks here is interesting. But then again, energy blocks can come up as, you know, toxic traits as well. So maybe, you know, because I'm leading 2 in my masculine, there's stuff going on or whatever. Anyway, I wanted to do a practice called, some people call it parts work. I know there's a more like technical term for it, but essentially it's the idea that all aspects of us, our organs, our emotional systems, there is like a consciousness that you can tap into that and actually like have a conversation with it and really get to the root of a lot of problems. And so I wanted to share that process of me going inward and connecting to this part of my body. I actually kind of started it very briefly, and then I was like, I think I'm going to record this. So it's going to be a little bit like, you're not supposed to have that up here. You know that. Get off the bed. Go on. Is that going to keep you quiet? Okay. I started to get into it. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit like channeling, kind of just having a conversation back and forth with that part of my body and just kind of see what comes through. I don't know if any of you have seen this kind of work before. Oftentimes it can be done with someone. So if this interests you, there are definitely people who can take you through it, or there are ways to learn to do it with yourself as well. I've actually learned it from someone who is a therapist, but then I also know that Teal Swan does a version of this as well called Parts Work. So, you know, there's a lot of different ways you can, you are so silly. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. So, we'll kind of start off. There's some questions that I always ask the different parts of myself, getting into it to kind of like tap in. First, I will ask, what color are you? Okay, I know that might sound weird, but it's about getting into the feeling of that and really like tapping in. So what color are you? What color do you want to be? Because, you know, if you work with the chakras, there's a lot of information you can get with that. What texture are you? And then usually that kind of follows up with like, what is it you're trying to tell me? And then it's just very intuitive. So I will ask those questions out loud, and then we'll just see what comes up. And if this interests you, I highly recommend exploring it for yourself. It can be very intuitive, like I said, or you can work with someone. But yeah. All right, let's get into it. So I am asking the masculine part of me, the right side of my body, what color are you? And what came up was yellow before. And now it's a little bit of green. I think that's because it's getting a little more attention, specifically. And then I asked what color it wanted to be, and it is still very much red or brown or black. What I picked up from that was that the yellow is it being somewhat out of alignment. There's the ego piece. I kind of a sickly yellow is what I got, so maybe not getting enough like attention, enough validation. And then with the red is that root chakra, the grounding, the keeping the system safe, the body. That's what it wants to be. It's very empowered there. So what I usually do is when and then this is very intuitive. If you just ask what color are you, see what comes up immediately, and then say, you know, what color do you want to be, and then it, you know, another thing will pop up or whatever. So you really just have to trust the process with this. So when I find out the color it wants to be, I then surround that part of my energy field, that part, the organ, whatever it is, in that color. So red. So I would sit with it for a minute and surround it in the color, or, you know, the color that it would prefer to be. So tuning it to its preferred alignment. And before, when I asked what texture it was, which I didn't really get into, it felt almost like a bile. Is the texture. It was very like, so now I'm going to ask the masculine side of me, the yang side of me, what is it that I'm not hearing from you? What is it you would like to share with me? Tell me. I'm open to receiving this. What I'm hearing is there is a lack of responsibility being taken for my life. There's often a stepping back, not really fully owning the responsibility in my life. Often stepping back to maybe the men in my life, not fully owning my life, taking care of myself, you know, there's always been a stepping back, letting others take care of me, not fully owning my strength, my truth, my leadership. I hear a lot of the speaking the truth, standing firmly, that Emperor energy in the tarot. Not fully owning my part in my life. Hey, Maple, get off the bed with that, please. Can you do that? Can you be quiet? Now, kind of getting into the back. Why is the back hurting? Stability. Not letting go of the past. Not allowing myself to move forward is what I'm hearing in the next chapter. And my shoulder. Flexibility. Reaching. Not going after what I want. Not with the strength that is within me. My hip. Flexibility, stability. Creating my own stability for myself, whether that's financial or just owning my truth. This muscle here. Flexibility. Being present with discomfort. Interesting. What is going to assist in moving this energy, these blockages within my body out? Here, grounding. Getting grounded. I'm seeing the stance of like legs apart, standing firmly in the ground, really getting grounded. It's funny, I've always pictured being grounded as being feminine, like into the earth energy, but this is like grounded in the masculine and the strength, though. Is there any way we can release some of this energy right now? Keep hearing release the past. All right. Sorry. But that grounding, that very intentional grounding, owning the strength of my body. I'm hearing like that my body can take care of me, that my body is strong enough to move through what it needs. My capability, really owning the strength of my body, knowing that there's nothing wrong with it, knowing that it can absolutely do what it needs to do. That I have the energy and the power to pursue the things I want. There's been a fear. There's been a holding back of going after what I want because it feels like it'll be exhausting, or that my body won't be able to keep up. I won't be able to keep up mentally and emotionally, but specifically my body. And so there needs to be a reevaluating of that, honoring what my body can do, being more trusting that it's capable, really working with it. Owning my strength. And there's a peace in that, because oftentimes the masculine is seen as being loud or aggressive, but the peace and the stability and the calm peace of really truly knowing your strength and power comes with quietness, not needing to speak, but rather just owning the truth, speaking it gently and calmly. That's where the real power is. Not needing to convince anybody, because you know who you are within yourself. True masculine power is quite peaceful, quite silent. Knowing the strength, not having to project it. Because when you're in that strength and knowing, it's obvious to others that you are. And holding that vibration will keep you safe, will keep you protected in your energy field. That knowing will align you. The masculine is always looking forward, not looking back. Trusting the creative process, the moving forward. The back has happened already. The past has happened already. We're looking forward. The energy in my body is being pulled in both directions with that, and it needs to be for true strength and forward moving. It needs to be focused forward, letting the past go, trusting that it happened for a reason, that the stones were laid out properly. Is there anything else, Spirit? Grounding, letting go of the past. Red, the red energy, the red light. Those will be a good start. Grounded. In that power pose. Letting go of the past. I already feel the energy moving in this side of my body more. That's really cool. Thank you. Well, I hope this was helpful. It was a bit of a different kind of video. Let me know down in the comments if you would like more videos like this. This is a very vulnerable share, so we'll definitely see how it goes. But yeah, Thank you so much for sharing in this space. And yeah, let me know down in the comments if this helped you, if you resonated with this, whether you identify as male, female, whatever. How did this feel in your body to hear these messages? And obviously this is from my internal system. You will have different experiences for your own depending on how you engage with your energy system. So let me know down in the comments. If you want to see more videos like this, definitely hit the like button and hit subscribe. Yeah, and if you'd like to check out my other social media, the links to that are in the description down below. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. You are a blessing, and we're all in this together. Many blessings. Namaste. Don't forget, it is all about the soul journey. Bye.